Hello all of you beautiful people, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be ranking every Fortnitemares event in Fortnite. So we have 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021 and 2022. There are currently 2 days left of 2022's Fortnitemares as I'm recording this, so played it a lot, have a good idea of what is going on with it, and I'm going to rank them all. So I have a few notes. I'm going to be going over major gameplay changes, map changes, what they've added, like what things were added during the Fortnitemares, LTMs and free rewards. Starting off in, going to be the first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, so it's going to be one per tier. Starting off in 2017 with Chapter 1 Season 1. I just want to say any gameplay that isn't mine is credited, you can see on screen, via YouTube channel. And yeah, in 2017, there were no major gameplay changes, no map changes, but the Pumpkin RPG was added, which is very pog, because without that we wouldn't actually have rocket riding, because originally, before it was the Pumpkin launcher, the head of the rocket was too small to actually stand on, so you couldn't rocket ride. However, everyone enjoyed rocket riding so much that Epic just decided to keep it around, which was very cool, and there were no LTMs and no free rewards. Obviously, being in Chapter 1 Season 1, this was very, very early in Fortnitemares, so yeah, it makes sense that nothing really happened. It was mostly all save the world stuff. But because of that, yes, at the bottom, was it really that different from the rest of, Fortnite? Next up, we have 2018 from Chapter 1 Season 6. Main gameplay changes here were cube monsters all over the map and lots of purple fog. Obviously killing the cube monsters gave you loot and shields, and then killing the big things they came from gave you better loot. You also had the gold boss husks, which gave you lots of gold stuff as well, which is very cool. The main map change was the floating island in the middle of the map. It exploded into multiple pieces. Honestly, kind of a downgrade. I really like the floating island as a whole thing. So seeing it downgraded, yeah, not very pog, I'm not gonna lie. The items that were added was the Fiend Hunter crossbow, which everybody knows is pretty dead, I'm not gonna lie. Good against husks, but would you take it just to be killing husks? I don't know about that one. And they also re-added the pumpkin launcher, which Fortnitemares staple. Nobody gets sicker though. Every time it reloads, and then when it shoots, does anyone get sick of that? I don't. I love it. The Horde Rush LTM was added this year, which is very poggers. Everybody loves Horde Rush. This was with the old boss, because obviously we have the final boss now with the new husk, which is the big tall, I think it's called the Caretaker or something like that, but this was just a regular gold husk as the boss at the end of this one, which still very good mode. Really do like Horde Rush. And the free rewards were the Dark Engine Glider, Virulent Flames, I think is how you pronounce that, the Contrail, and the Lil Kev back bling, which I'm putting it in. I think you just got it for watching the event which ended Fortnitemares, which is fair enough, I'm still counting it, I guess. Fiery emoticon, Deadfire spray, and if you want to count it, we had the Halloween themed battle pass that season. Overall, I think this one goes second. If I need to, I'll rearrange it, because I do know the order, I just can't remember before I leave that on there. But yeah, a good Fortnitemares. This is my first Fortnitemares where I don't actually have any gameplay of it of my own, because it was before I really did proper Fortnite videos. But now we are in 2019 already, on Chapter 2 Season 1. Cube monsters were just in the middle of the map this time, which I think is much better. If you don't want to fight them, you don't have to. I do like cube monsters. One is mentioned for Chapter 1 Season 6 in 2018. I like the cube monsters. People seem to not like them a lot. I do like them. Cube monsters are a pog in my book. And obviously with that, the map change was that the middle island was also corrupt. It just turned into one of the corrupt areas from Season 6 basically, which isn't a bad thing. Can't remember, I'm pretty sure they re-added the Fiend Hunter crossbow to take care of those husks in the middle, which again, nobody was really that bothered about it. And also re-added the pumpkin launcher, but there was nothing new as far as I remember. However, the main focus of this Fortnitemares, the reason why the middle of the map was the way it was, was the Storm King LTM. Such a sick LTM. I wish it came back this year, but it didn't. It's literally the only time it's ever been in the game was in Fortnitemares 2019, which I think is very sad, honestly. But I play Save the World, so I can go and kill the Storm King whenever I want. So, yeah, no real major changes this Fortnitemares. Obviously, they brought back the fog as well for a gameplay change. The free rewards this Fortnitemares were the Storm Sail Umbrella, King's Wrath Spray, Spreading Chaos Spray, the Final Reckoning loading screen, Storm King banner icon, and multiple Halloween styles for the backboard backbling. The rewards weren't too amazing. I could have sworn they had more. I do really like the glider. I use the umbrella on a few things, but honestly, I think this has got to go third. I don't think it's as good as 2018, to be honest. However, 2020, Chapter 2, Season 4. This is a banger. So the main gameplay change this Halloween was literally the main selling point for Fortnitemares this year. Was you could respawn as like a Midas ghost. Like, that was so sick. You came back. It was kind of frustrating at the, like, it could be kind of frustrating. I know a lot of people left, but I really, really, really like this. This was such a vibe for Fortnitemares, in my opinion, and I don't think it's really been topped. Like, it's such a vibe. Honestly, it was so fun. A lot of map changes for this one as well. They had the ruins in the middle of the map, and also witch huts, like dotted around the map where you could get some extra goodies. The items were that the pumpkin launcher was re-added, the Fiend Hunter crossbow was re-added to take care of those ghosts. I can't remember if it actually did more damage to the ghosts or not. I assume it did, but I don't actually fully remember. The Witch Broom was added, Halloween Candy was added, and we also got the Mythic Midas Drum Gun, which, very pog, we do love that. There's a lot of good stuff. I don't think there were any LTMs, and if there were, I assume it might have just been Horde Rush, but as far as I'm aware, there weren't any LTMs. Then, of course, one of the main things for Fortnitemares is the free rewards. We've got the Bobo Backbling, which I'm not really a fan of, the Smasher Lantern Pickaxe, which isn't bad, Bobo's Watching Emoticon, Ghosts of the Past Emoticon, Shadow Ghost Spray, Midas's Revenge Loading Screen, which is a cool one, and Midas's Shadow Wrap, which is also a cool one. We also got Wraith's Weapon Wrap, I think it's called Wraith's Wrath, the Weapon Wrap, which you got for redeeming a code. I kind of forgot by accident, but I'm still really annoyed about it. I think, kind of, the rewards are okay. Not really too much. I do like the Weapon Wrap, and I would have liked the other Weapon Wrap as well, but I don't have it. Just for the gameplay changes being like so big and good, and the map with the witch huts, and the candy, and all the houses and stuff. And the big Halloween shop I forgot about. Every year for the map changes, you should also put in that there was like Halloween decorations on the house. You also get like the Halloween shop type thing in retail. And this one was like the one with the other big building. Top. Hands down my favourite Fortnitemares. So good. We are in 2021 for Chapter 2, Season 8. No major gameplay changes for Fortnitemares. I guess you could count the sideways bubbles, but that wasn't really a Fortnitmare thing. That was just kind of a season thing, and I feel like would have happened anyway, whether it was a Halloween season or not, which you might notice is kind of a recurring theme with this Fortnitemares. The Convergence POI popped up this Fortnitemares, but again, that would have probably happened whether it was Fortnitemares or not, because it ended up being a major story thing with the whole Cube Queen, so does it really count? The Pumpkin Launcher was re-added, along with the Halloween Candy in the Witch Broom, as well as dual crossbows being added, which was, just bonus damage on the new cube monsters. And also the Sideways Scythe, which I'm putting in here, but I can't remember if it really counts as a Halloween item. I'm pretty sure it stayed afterwards, but so I'll throw it in there. We got the return of Horde Rush as an LTM this time, but with like the new Caretaker boss, which I think is much better. That was honestly the main selling point of Fortnitemares 2021 was Horde Rush, which is weird because it was already a mode that had existed before. But I did like it. 3 rewards. This one was the No Ghost back bling, which is the Ghostbusters one. All-weather extractor pickaxe, so you also got an exclusive style for that if you had the Cube Cruiser Glider, which I think is pretty good. Wrathful Breakout Contrail, which is the chains. I don't know why I'm suddenly describing them now and I didn't on the other ones. You can see them on the screen. Vena's Curse Spray, I think is how I pronounce that. Midnight Showdown loading screen. Cuddle Scream Leader Spray. And Cube Queen banner icon and the Thinking Juice back bling. This one I'm gonna have to put here. I'll go into a bit more detail with this compared to this year's after, but it's a hard one. We're now in current Fortnitemares, 2022 in Chapter 3, Season 4. I can't really say there are major gameplay changes this year. There's a couple of boss fights, which is at Grim Gables with the Inquisitor and the can't remember her name, but the one that like pickaxes you. I can't really call them major because if you don't really like it, if you don't go anywhere near it, then you don't have to, you know. But again, that was the same with the Cube Fiends in the middle, so I guess I'll count it. Map changes, actually, I like. Grim Gables, love that POI, so fun fighting the boss, just a cool POI. And also the reality tree with the whole big like Halloween rave party thing, I actually really like as well. Again, re-added Halloween candy in the pumpkin launcher. However, they didn't re-add the witch broom, which I thought was weird. I was actually really looking forward to that, especially after using the Dragon Ball Nimbus Cloud last season. I was actually kind of sad that they didn't add that back, but I'm glad they added the pumpkin launcher because it was actually quite common this year, whereas the last 2 years before it, because RPGs weren't very common those seasons anyway, they just weren't. Whereas this season, there's no RPGs at all, so they just chucked it in the loot pool, and you actually get one like every game. You get a lot every game, actually, if you really wanted to. So I do like how the RPGs are really a big thing this season of this Fortnitemares. As an LTM, we got Horde Rush. However, we got it as 0 build, which is really disappointing because it's just not the same. It's just not as good as build. Build Horde Rush is better from everywhere I've heard on Reddit and stuff. I haven't had a chance. I have had a chance. I just haven't played it because I've heard it sucks. And I kind of assumed it would because how he really meant to defend himself. Apparently they've made it easier, but it's just not the same because one of the main things we did is we'd build above the boss and shoot down at it. I'm not a fan of the fact that it's 0 build. And you don't even get your overshield either, which is a very strange change. There's 3 awards. You get the Ink Stained Music Pack, Chrome Cage Back Bling, Unmaker Pickaxe, Everything's End Glider, Inquisitor Banner Icon, Chromic Tendrils Contrail, the Chicken Return Spray, and Friday Night Garooks loaded screen. I don't know how to pronounce that. And maybe Chrome Punk. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Chrome Punk, but if that is free, then that's cool. I don't really know what's going on with that because it's still not out. Nobody really knows why, what's going on with that at all. But 3 awards are a bit mid. It's just a lot of Chrome stuff, which, I mean, yeah, it's the theme of the season, but like, got Chrome stuff in the Battle Pass with like, you know, just a bit I'm gonna put it in 4th, but honestly, these 2 like could really go either way if you ask me. These, yeah, it's really hard. And then this one, I would like rank high, but it was the start of Fortnite and nothing really happened. What difference does it really make? But yeah, here is my Fortnitemares tier list, and I'm actually going to get my younger brother's opinion on this and get him to rank them himself. What order would he put them in?
Hello!
What do you think of my tier list?
Oh, what do I think? So I'd say... that... you...
Go first then, so it's like 1 through.
Oh.
Which do you prefer out of those?
Can I put like them in the middle because I think they're equal?
Yeah, just put 1 down again.
So these 2 are equal. I just revenge. Okay, this one. So my just revenge. Forgot what year.
That's 2018.
Cube. Oh, 2018, Cube Queen time.
That's the
Old.
first.
You know what? This is better because it brought these two skins, which are really sick skins.
So they're all first. What's wrong with this year?
Bad. Usually they like.
I would do it this way. Last year's kind of sucked.
Huh?
Well, last year's kind of sucked.
No, it brought Horde Rush, and I love Horde
Horde
Rush.
Rush came out that year.
It did?
Came out, yeah.
Thanks.
Horde Rush was up, but nothing happened on the one, so that's the Horde Rush.
You know what? I'm gonna put it back.
Let's have it in that order.
Yeah. Okay. What's this?
2020, that was the one where he came back as a ghost.
Oh yeah, that's definitely first. Give me a description.
So,
Like
the first one,
100%
the,
very probable.
the first one is when you respawned as a ghost. For
I
miners.
liked that a lot.
The second one was
Horde Rush.
the one with the floating island
Oh,
and
yeah,
all the
that was
zombies on
sick,
the map,
definitely.
and that's also when Horde Rush came out.
You know what?
Is that it? Or are you changing these three?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, right, so this one was the one where you respawn as ghosts.
SS tier very pop.
This one was zombies on the map, floating island,
Horde Rush.
and Horde Rush. This
SS tier very
one,
pop.
the pumpkin RPG came out. So they added the pumpkin launcher on that one.
That's why I changed it to sex.
This one was one where they had the middle island, was like purple, and they had zombies on it, and then the whole Storm King mode. This one was Sideways Bubble, Sideways Side, the Convergence, but I feel like that would have happened anyway, whether it was Fortnitemares or like the storyline anyway. And then that's this year, you know, like Party at the Reality Tree, Grim Gable, Rome Spreading.
So doodle. I went.
Not the opposite, right? Okay.
It doesn't. Like. Too bad.
Okay.
I have no idea when my brother's next stream is gonna be, but like it's gonna be pretty epic. Tune in at whatever time he next. That's exit 888 exit. Whoa, what's happening? It's all disappearing. Hi. Ooh, it's disappearing. Ah.